cover the quantum raid. And when I see my first thought when I actually played this content is, who asked for this? This is so different than how the game normally is. And it's such a big event. They actually went out of the way. They made a shop for it. We have like all these things you can buy, like it's a typical core raid. They even made a quantum raid pass. I just don't get it. I didn't want to be like just a bummer, be like, and immediately discount this. Because at first I'm like, what's going on here? And it's a little weird if you haven't seen the quantum raid. It's very similar to the mini game when you first start playing the game, and you go in. Each character here has it, like, depending on the type of character, they have certain things. Like, for example, like knights, they're like a tank, and then like Xeon is like a melee DPS, and then like healers are in back row and they heal you and stuff. And so it's just so different from the rest of the game. It's a little bizarre. And then it's a limited time event. So did they put all this effort into a limited time event, or is this a tester for future content to come? And I don't know how I feel about that, if it is, because this is just, I would like the game I'm playing to be similar to the game I'm already playing. I don't want them to just come out with something that's so vastly different than what we've already been doing this whole time as like new content. That's weird. I would like if there's content like this, but some way ties in all the progress we've already made on all of our characters. But it's so weird in the sense that you have to like start from scratch. Like they only give you Glenn, Xeon, and Cleric chick, and you have to build up the rest of your roster. So a couple things as I've been playing it, I've realized as you get, first of all, it's free to entry one time per day, and then 50 Levistones every single other time to enter. So it's a really steep cost in my opinion. And then the rewards are these little elements that you get to buy characters, and then also you get these tokens or these tickets for the shop, because you're good. The whole point of this is it's like a double dips. So the tickets you use to buy more gems to make a better team, but those same tickets are the thing that you're going to buy the rewards to progress through the step up rewards and actually get, like, for example, on the 5th tier, you get a fake core. On the 4th one, you get a weapon. So it's going to take a lot of Levistones, like an absolute ton, because you only get 5 in the beginning or 10 of these tokens. And as I'm progressing, maybe I'll get more, but I've spent probably about 500 to about 600 Levistones and I haven't been like stage 9 yet for the easy difficulty. I haven't gone to hard yet. So this is, for most people, this is a very big investment to actually progress through this. So I wanted to play a little bit more of it with you and kind of go through it. Another thing I learned too is that the characters are not that much different. Like, so for example, to buy Garf, it's 15 yellow stones. But if you look at his stats here, so for example, I want to level him up. When I first was trying to unlock him, he was 15 because he's legendary. And I was like, okay. But if you look at his stats here, from level 1, it's 22 attack, 12 defense, 740 health. If I compare that to Paladin, 21, 10, 720. But it costs 5 gems less. Also has the same effect of, on level 4, turns invincible for 2 seconds. Garf turns invincible for 2 seconds. Also, if we check, see if there's anyone else. Guardian, like character, but a different type. So, because there's knights, she's a guardian. So the benefit you would get is that there are certain type combinations that you can't get unless you go for the legendary. But all the stats are very similar. So if you go for a paladin, there's really no difference, very marginal difference between going for a legendary paladin versus a fated paladin. Same thing with knights and guardians and stuff like that. So you might get in a situation where you want a specific, like, I want a guardian and I want it to be a machine. And then you might be SOL unless you get the fated character, but just keep that in mind where the class is what matters. It doesn't matter. It's not like the class plus the rarity of the character. The only thing that you might get gated on is the typing, so that you might get stuck having to get that fated character if you want that particular typing. So just kind of an interesting thing. It makes it to where you don't focus too hard on like these really, obviously you'd be like, oh, battery, let me just get the battery in this game. This game's different. You could just get a different wizard here. For example, Annie is significantly less cost for 210, has 210 attack, 210 HP, or I could get Bathory who costs 5 more, 220, but I had to, it's a 33% increase in cost. So just keep that in mind when you're actually buying this stuff. Ideally, you're going to try to get as many cheap characters as possible, and you want to level them as quickly as possible. So like you want to make sure, looking at this, you want to, heals are really important because like you're going to do the raid at level 9. Oh, here, let me back up here. So then how the stages work is you go through the stages and then you clear minions, but then on stage 9, you clear minions just how you normally do it, but stage 9 is the one where you actually face the boss. And then the boss is going to, well, we'll get into it when we're actually playing this, but that's going to be something where I think it's going to be really important. I'm not going to attempt it again until I have my healer at level 4, and then I'm also going to test having a ranger at level 4 because I want to see if they actually can stun bosses or if that only applies to normal characters. So here, let's go through this. This is the roster I have now. I pretty much just wanted to buy characters and I was just going off of what I was pulling because this is so expensive to actually get stuff. So here we're going to run it. And my main goal here is I want to level up characters as soon as possible. Essentially, I've just been autoing it. Here, let me see, go auto. And then you can micromanage it where you can like click a character and then you can like move that character. And if you look in the top left here, you'll see the type benefits. So like frost beats fire, fire beats nature, nature beats machine, machine beats frost. And so if you see your character, like for example, let's see this frost guy over here. I see him getting attacked. I don't want him to get attacked by him. I can move them out of the way. Something like that. And then this person's doing like casting from away. I can move them way over here if I wanted to. But when you move them, they don't cast anymore. So you want to be careful with that. And so then ideally too, if you see machine, try to get like your green characters over by machine. And then as you can see there, they like one shot them really fast. So it's a nice way to, micromanaging does have its benefits, but most of the time you're going to just be autoing it. And then you get small benefits from actually moving your characters individually. So like right here, we got all this going right here. This seems fine. Like there's really no need to micromanage this. As you can see, like heals, having a stronger healer, because if you look at the healers, that's one thing that they don't really talk about. If on the third row of characters, if it's a healer, the attack is going to be way higher than like that row normally, but that attack is not an attack. It's actually a heal, but it doesn't say that. It's like there's little things like that are a little bizarre. Okay, so we just got a yellow one. We're going to see where our tokens are. So we got the level 2 cleric. Trying to get to level, so we're going to need 5 for that. We have machine here. Let's look. Well, let's see if we can upgrade the knight. Okay, so this is level 5. So we're going to upgrade Glenn here. Trying to go for level 4. I want to get as many of these status effects as possible before I go face the boss. So are we close to anything? And then let's see what we could buy. Ideally in the shop, there'll be yellow tokens. Looks like we have a whole bunch of machine in here. So let's see. We also have water. Let's look what we need. The water, we have a couple water characters, so to buy that. Machine, it's going to take, to go from 3 to 5, it takes 10 to go to 3 to 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. And I'm going to do one more, and then I'm not going to buy the 15. I'm just going to buy the 10 here for one, and then I might buy the 10 for the water. But let's actually do that really quick. So we're going to redo stage 8, and you can't see me. Let me move myself out of the way here really quick. So see how it takes 50 Levistones? That's just one thing to keep in mind. I just wanted to do that really quick. Okay, and then now we're back at it. I'm curious what you guys are thinking. Also, I'm talking about BlueStacks here. This is, be sure to download BlueStacks, helps out the channel. This is I'm affiliated by BlueStacks. And then I'm curious what you guys I'm curious what you guys think about this event, because me personally, like at first I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. Another, like, I know I'm pretty wary ever since they did Infinity Core on these events. I'm like, oh, this is just another thing. But to be honest, it's like not terrible. Like, I think the cost, like the Levistone cost is like weirdly high in my opinion. Like, I don't think it matches up. I really don't think it matches up though. I mean, like if we do this and like really look at how much Levistones I'm spending to build up this team. I only have 6 days to do this. Like, am I going to be able to actually get to the point where I can get to, like that faded character? Or am I going to need to get to like hard and then like, what is it? Medium hard, or like the third difficulty in tiers, but then I start to get like 30 per. I want to beat this boss to see if like how much more I'm getting on like stage, what is it, on the next stage after the boss? Because if we're getting like 20 per or 30 of those tickets, then it could be worth the Levistones to actually push for it, in my opinion. Okay, so now we got this. We're gonna buy the 10, and we're gonna level up Glenn so we have someone that actually has a tank thing, and then we're gonna try to. Actually, here, let me look at this. Maybe there is a healer. I want to look at the typings for healers. So we need clerics. Okay, so green cleric. There's moon cleric. So yellow cleric again. I don't want that. Yeah, look, all the clerics are expensive. Is there a machine cleric? Not seeing it. There is green though. There is blue, but that's a legendary. Blue cleric again. Green cleric again. Green cleric again. Yellow cleric again. Yeah, well, there's no healer. There's no machine healers anyway. So it would make sense that there's no machine clerics. So here, let's let me show you this, because I was talking about the attack of these healers. So you're like, oh wow, look at all that attack, 95 compared to 34, but that's a heal. So just keep that in mind, even though they don't say that. One thing I noticed too is these kind of rangers and warriors are really useful. Their attack speed's way faster than tanks, I feel like. So when you get these guys, like these guys do real damage. These are like going to be some of your bread and butter, like good attackers. And I would also recommend I haven't bought one yet, but I'd recommend getting rangers, because it's like currently my team is full of all these melee attackers. So I'm probably gonna try to get some actual rangers in here to alleviate having to get all bunched up right on a boss. But I want to focus on leveling up characters first. So then here, now we're gonna go back. Shop. Wrong shop. This shop. Now, okay, machine. We got the 10. Now we're going to level up Glenn here. Okay. So he's done for now. Well, it takes 20, but this is interesting. So now when you level up a character like this, it also increases their passive. So their passive percentage goes up. Obviously their stats go up, but that's interesting that's how it works. Once you have it unlocked, then not only is the character leveling up, but the percentage stats are. I want to look at this shop here again. Okay, so we have blue. We have a lot of blue. So worst case scenario, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just buy a blue healer and level that character up. But let's do a couple stage 8s again, see where we're at. This is kind of what you can expect. I wish that what they would do is they would allow you to auto multiple attempts, so you can do like this over and over, kind of like how they do it for the core raid. So I can sit here, maybe come back a little bit later and do this. But as you can see, it's getting to the point like where we're just gonna nuke through it. But after this, based on how well this is going, I'm gonna try to just do the boss and see if we can beat the raid boss, because I feel like I'm noticing an improvement in how quickly and easily this is getting dispatched. As you can see, these are kind of like the melee, the mid-tier characters. As you can see that they do, look how fast they attack. They just melt people. Whereas you see the tanks, like they attack, but they attack a little slower. I wish they showed an attack speed stat, but you just kind of, I guess you just got to play through it. Yeah, we got another yellow. That's good. Yeah, let's see how we do on here. Because now that you have an idea of how good my team is, now let's see how well we do on the boss so you can kind of get an idea how much you need to have to get to this stage. I think if I were to do this again, I wouldn't get so many enchanters. I have a lot of enchanters. I would just get clerics. I would just get a back row of clerics. I think clerics are way more useful. Maybe do 2 clerics, 1 enchanter, or even the other one. There's one that I don't know what they're called, but instead of enchanting, they decrease attack speed or they increase attack speed. So I need to see what they are. So the enchanter decreases the enemy attack speed, whereas the other one that I don't know the name of increases your own attack speed. I believe Wilkes is an example of that. Okay, they're getting smoked. Hopefully, we get some heals. I want everyone topped up going into this. You don't get heals as you're walking to the encounter. Let's actually move this guy away. So this, I might need to micromanage a little bit because the boss will move. Maybe this is going to be something where we can practice. So look at how many people I have up front, and then I think a lot of the damage happens in the back here. I want to get him ready. Okay, they already kind of moved in the right place. Okay, clear it. This is already significantly better than what I'm used to. And how well they're clearing these ads, and they're already back on the boss. So maybe we have a shot here. I'm not sure. Let's move him. Let's move him. Move him. Shit. Okay, another pack. Okay, I don't know if I actually mitigated anything, but we tried. Kill him. Oh, no. I want her to heal Xeon. Oh, we might get it. I don't know. Oh, did he glitch? I think people talked about this. I want to see, did he glitch? I don't know. Let me know if I actually got this. Did I do it legit? Let me know. Because I feel like we got way too many crits at the end there. We just started like critting like crazy. Okay. So now let's actually, and the levies cost goes up. That's crazy. Okay, let's go back. I feel like a healer is really important, so we're going to level up her. We just need we need 9 more. Okay, so it's going to be a bit for that. Let's check out Xeon, see if we can level him up. We can. See if there's any. Let's save the blues. I want to save the blues because I want to buy another cleric and replace this blue other guy. Let me see what they're called, because I was talking about that other class. So there's enchanter, cleric, and trickster. And so tricksters are the ones that I believe here, see, increases all allies' attack speed. So I kind of like that more than a cleric if I had to guess, or not a cleric. I like tricksters more than enchanters if I had to guess. But yeah, decreases all enemy attack speed by 30, movement speed by 2. Okay, it could be a wash. But I usually like to preferring boosting my own versus taking away theirs, because most of the time they just they're not doing much anyway. Okay, maybe that's good against bosses or something. I don't know. Okay, so now got this. Let's check the shop. How much? So didn't get anything really crazy extra when it came to beating the boss when it came to those passes. But now we have 10, so then we're going to take him away. We're going to go in the back here and get the blue, this cleric here. Going to level her up. This is an example of actually needing to get like the legendary version of a character, because we need the typing, and also just mainly we're stuck on the typing. We only have 10 for this, whereas there is no cheaper option here. So I'm gonna go here. I want double healer. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so cool suggestion actually worked out. I feel like my team, the one thing it's missing is a moon character. So here, let's try. Now we're on to hard. Oh, okay. So it's just, there's not like other worlds. It's just literally just 1 through 9. That's easy. 1 through 9. That's hard. 1 through 9. that's very hard, and then 129 that's extreme. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this and then call it. I think this is a good example of how the new system works, and I think it answers our question at the very end, depending on what we get here. Because I'm gonna keep doing this. I might do another video later, seeing exactly if it's worth it or not. Can I answer more questions as I progress further? But right at the moment, right now, I think this is way too resource intensive. I feel like this is just a big Levistone sink versus actually being something worth it for people. Like, am I crazy? Let me know. Let me know if you guys think I'm crazy. If you think this is actually good. Okay. So here we go. So now it's starting to get exponentially better, and then maybe you need to break through that beginning mode, because that's way more rewards than what we used to get. Let's do another one. I'm a little encouraged by that, because if it goes like that, then still it's so many Levistones. But I don't know. It's kind of, is this fun? This is okay. So this is more fun than the core raid. That's for sure. Because the core raid is so boring, but at the same time, I would rather them have content that involves our main characters, but just with fun content, not needing a whole new game. I feel like this is just, it's fun. It's more fun because it's the novel, not because it's actually good. But I'm actually enjoying myself. Looks like these guys are enchanters. They're like reducing attack speed. Okay. All right. Let's look at the rewards. Okay. We're getting better rewards here. Okay. I like that. So it does get better. I'm going to revisit this when I have leveled up more, when I'm in the extreme or in the very heart of the extreme setting, to see if it's actually worth it. But as of now, I'm still undecided. It is trending to the point where it's a solid maybe. At this point, I would just save your Levistones, or just casually use your Levistones as they refresh. It might even be better to just use them for like polish and the polished materials from the world bosses and stuff. But because right now, this is a hard sell for me. Maybe if I got on, like, because there's only 6 days remaining, you would need to use all of your Levistones. I've used about 1,000 Levistones to get to this point, to give you an idea. If you've been really diligent with this all the way through the event, maybe it's worth it. But at the moment, I don't think so. So let me know down if you guys agree, disagree, and you guys have a good one. Peace.